What are we doing? I'm booting my book. It's not being real fast today, is it? It's not like I do anything with this phone. It's not low battery or anything, is it? Well, it's plenty of battery. It's connected to the internet, which I guess it doesn't really need to be. What's the hold up? What's going on? Literally just running Adobe Acrobat Reader, and it's slow. Welcome back. Assert. Determining the candidate of viable functions. What is this? What is this? First step of function matching identifies a set of overloaded functions considered from the call. Functions in the set of the candidate functions. Candidate function is a function with the same name as the called function for which a declaration is visible at the point of the call. In this example, there are 4 candidates functions named f. Section step selects from the set of candidate functions. Oh, right, this is the function matching starts above the exercises for the last section for some stupid reason. It's about function overloading and parameter matching. A function must have the same number of parameters, and there are arguments in the call. Type of each argument must match or be convertible to the type of its corresponding parameter. You can eliminate 2 of our candidate functions based on the number of arguments. A function that has no parameters and the one that has 2 int parameters not viable for this call. Call only has 1 argument. These functions have 0 and 2 parameters respectively. Function takes a single int and the function takes 2 doubles might be viable. Either of these functions can be called with a single argument. The function taking 2 doubles as a default argument, which means it can be called with a single argument. Having used the number of arguments to now winnow. Okay, he's waffling now. Oh, big slam. Huge slam. Fint is viable because a conversion exists that can convert the argument of type double to the parameter of type int. And f double double is viable because the default argument is provided for the function's second parameter and the first parameter is type double, which exactly matches the type parameter. Finding the best match. The third step of the function determines which viable function provides the best match for the call. This process looks at each argument in the call and selects a viable functions for which the corresponding parameter best matches the argument. We'll explain the details of best in the next section. In our case, there is only one explicit argument call. The argument has type double to call fint. The argument will have to be converted from double to int. The other viable function f double double is an exact match for this argument. An exact match is better than a match that requires a conversion, of course. So, if you have function declarations that have multiple parameters that are acceptable, the compiler will prefer the function that does not use conversion if one exists. Function matching with multiple parameters. Function matching is more complicated if there are two more arguments. Oh, great. F42, F2.56. So we have function int and function double double. If after looking at each argument there is no single function that is preferable, then the call is in error. The compiler will complain that the call is ambiguous. Great. Fantastic. In this call, when we look at the first argument, we found the function fint is an exact match. Look at the second function, the int argument 42 must be converted to a double match through a built-in conversion is less good than one is exact, considering that only the first argument, fint is better than f double double. But f double double is an exact match to argument 2. Calling fint would require the 2.56 converted to a double to an int. Okay. What is a candidate function? What is a viable function? A candidate function is a function that is provided in a list of possible functions that are being called from for selection. When functions of the same name but different parameter list are provided. A viable function is any function that can be used with the argument provided with the function call. Given the declarations for f, page 242, list the viable functions, if any, for the following calls. So we got fint, we got f double double, we got f, and we got fint, right? So we've got f 2.56 42 ambiguous. We got f42, which would be fint, that's fine. f42 0, fint, that's fine. And f 2.56 3.14. F double double. Write all four versions of f. Each function should print a distinguishing message. Check your answers for the previous exercise. If your answers are incorrect, study this section until you understand why your answers are wrong. Okay, we can do that. We can write some code. Hello. You just leave it like that. Return. Return. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. And now we can do see out F F1, sure, why not? F. Oh. Backslash n. You okay, dude? Do you want to go here instead? Is that where you want to go? No. You need space? You need white space? Just want to use NL? Okay. I guess it's probably a good idea, since how we're using functions. There you go. And just one time for science, we'll do that. We'll do there it is. Oh, it's beautiful. It's on the enlarged screen as well. More than one instance of overloaded function f matches the argument list. Function f in A in B. Function f double A double B equals 3.140. 124? Fuck out of here with that. Oh, argument type conversions. Okay. An exact match when the argument parameter types are identical. The argument is converted from an array or function type to the corresponding pointer type. Covers function pointers. Top level const is added or discarded from the argument. Easy peasy. Matched through a const conversion. Page 162. Matched through a promotion. Page 160. Page we on right now? 322. Matched through an arithmetic or pointer conversion. I don't remember any of this stuff. Arithmetic conversions convert one arithmetic type to another. Rules define a hierarchy of type conversions in which operands to an operator can be converted to the widest type. For example, if one operand is type long double, the operand is converted to a type long double, regardless of what the second type is. More generally, in expressions that mix floating point and integral values, the integral value is converted to an appropriate floating point type. Okay. Integral promotions convert small integral types to larger integral types. Bool char, signed char, unsigned char, short, and unsigned short are promoted to int if all possible values that type fit in an int. Otherwise, the value is promoted to an unsigned int. As you see many times, a bool that is false promotes to 0 and true to 1. Great. Larger char types, wood char t, char 16t, and char 32t are promoted to the smallest type of int, unsigned int, long, unsigned long, long long, or unsigned long long, in which all possible values of that character type fit. So it's, yeah, okay. Omega Slam. So yeah, arithmetic conversion is just scaling up, the scaling up of a numerical value through larger numerical value storage types, or the addition of a floating point, the conversion from an integral type to a floating point type number. Also, I forgot what page we were. But oh fuck! I spilled my drink. Don't worry. Don't worry, it's fine. It's just on me. I think we're good. So can we get out? Whoa, you new phone. Were we on 333 maybe? No, we went we went on 333. Oh, we were close though. It's 322. No. Yes, we were on 322. Woo! Saved by the brain. Oh. In order to analyze a call, blah blah blah. It's important to blah 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 to do blah blah blah. Always promote to int or a larger integral type. Given two functions, of which takes an int, the other takes a short. The short version will be called only on values of type short. Even though smaller integral values might appear to be a closer match, those values are promoted to int, whereas calling the short version would require a conversion. Good. To avoid manip long, void manip float. Manip 3.14. Ambiguous call. Literal 3.14 is a double. That type can be converted to either a long or a float, because there are two possible arithmetic conversions. The call is ambiguous. Oh, you're also doing it, chapter 14, currently here. Oh, excellent book. It is a wild book. Where can I make a note that I'll see every day that I don't understand? I get that arithmetic conversions are treated as equivalent to each other, but they only go one way. I'm sure this is never going to come up when I write a program. The kind of programs that I'm going to be writing, boy, this is never going to come up, but it might come up. I don't get why a program would want to convert a double into a long, and why that's ambiguous. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. PC should understand. Floating point things are floaty pointy and should be preserved. PC don't understand this. I guess that's. We'll leave it. We'll leave my understanding there. Stupid PC. But yeah, I'm welcome. Hi. When we call an overloaded function that differs on whether a reference or pointer points to a const, the compiler uses the constness of the argument to decide which function to call. Okay, cool. That's cool. Cannot bind a plain reference to a const object. Yes. In this case, the only available function is the version that takes reference to const. Moreover, calls an exact match to argument A. Pass a const object to B. This call, but the functions are viable. Use B to initialize a reference to either const or non-const type. However, initializing the reference to const from a non-const object requires a conversion. Conversion takes a non-const parameter as an exact match for B. I thought converting a top-level const didn't take a convert. Book. Or is it the other way around? Is it if the parameter list is a const or a non-const, but you can give it a const, and that would be fine. You could put a non-const thing into a const parameter list function and it would be fine, but you can't put a const thing into a you can put a non-const thing into a const parameter list, but it would have to convert it. Good. Good. It's stuff like this where it's just like, I feel my brain leaking out of my ears, you know? Okay, we got exercises. 6.6.1, exercise 6.52. Given the following declarations, void manip in int and double dodge. Good. What is the rank of each conversion in the following calls? Manip A, Z character literals. Manip 55.4 dodge. promotion, and then double to an int, right? A double to an int is fine, but that's a lower rank than type promotion, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it's 3 and 4. I think. Or it could be 3 and 5. I can't remember. There was a big pyramid, like in chapter 2. Like, look at the hierarchy of conversion precedence, and I was just like, you okay? Do I have to memorize that? I'm sure it's going to matter. One day it'll get to a point where it matters and I won't know. Explain the effect of the second declaration in each one of the following sets of declarations. Indicate which, if any, are legal. Int calc, int and. Int calc, constant and, constant and. That's fine, right? Int calc, char star, char star. Int calc, const char star, const char star. The effect of the second declaration. Ah, right, okay. So the second declaration of int calc requires constant integer reference. Is it integer or is it integral? Now I'm confused. It's just int on the screen, you know? Fuck. But yeah, that forces a conversion if you try and put a non-const thing into it. Could be fine. It could also be ambiguous if you try and call it with one constant and one non-const. Right? Oh wait, no, in fact it's not ambiguous if you call it with one constant and one non-const argument, because it has const arguments and you can't put a regular reference to a const thing. The brain. That's fine. Calc char star, const char star is pointed to a star, so a C star string probably. And then const does the same thing as the last one. Forces a type conversion, a const conversion to const if you put in non-const things, which is fine. So non-const arguments will prefer the first one, const arguments will prefer the second one. It's fine. Probably not something I would rely on myself. It seems like, you know, not a thing that would be helpful to me, but hey, what do I know? I don't really use C++ outside of learning C++, which is weird. I should start using it. Big bad. I'm making the big bads here, aren't I? Int calc char star. Int calc char star const. Oh. Is that the wrong one? I'm looking for wrong. I don't think it's wrong. That's a pointer to a constant, right? That's a bottom level const. Or is it a top level const? Shit. Let's look it up. We'll go to the YouTube. We'll go to the Google. We type in const level. Top level const indicate that the pointer itself is a const. Top level const can appear in any object type. One of the built-in arithmetic types, class type or pointer type, low-level constant pointer that points to a const object. Right. So it is as I expected. So yeah. So it's fine. It just requires. I don't know if that's fine actually. I'm not entirely sure if that's fine. Int calc char star const would seem to indicate that you require pointers to constant values. Let's just type it in. So it didn't throw up any errors, so that's good. However, I have hello. It's just star const. We're gonna write that as char star, or we're gonna write that as string, C string. I don't know. I think I'm doing this wrong, but hello, error. A value type of const char star cannot be used to initialize an entity of type char star. Ree. Type char cannot be used to initialize a type char star. Me forget how to make string. Initialization with a dot 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 expected for aggregate object. Oi. Oh. Back to the internet we go. Hi. I'm just googling it. Don't worry. Don't you even mind about me. Ah! I think my mouse is breaking. C is pointer. Char star C means that C is a pointer. And the value that C points to is a character, so that you can say char A equals star C. Is char star a string? Char star A is a character pointer. It's another way of initializing an array of characters, which is what a string is. Char A, on the other hand, is a single char. Char star A can be used to point to the first element of a string, in the case A. Why is char star A able to hold strings while char A cannot? I know that. You can tell me how to initialize it, you fiend. C++.com. Alright, okay. So okay. So we do that. And then we do that. Oh, slam. Excellent. Okay, so now we can do C out. Calc. Able cable. Save. Run that. We should get build errors. No. My error, boy. Function int calc char star already has a body. See previous definition of calc. Calc undeclared identifier. Unable to resolve function overload. Could be int calc char star. Okay, it's fun. A. C. The build errors. Okay, good. Look at the error list. Function int calc char star already has a body. See previous definition of calc. Is that in here? Take me to the error code. Function already has a body. The function has already been defined. Before Visual Studio 2002, the compiler would accept multiple template specializations that resolve to the same actual type, although the additional definitions would never be available. The compiler now detects these multiple definitions. int32 and int were treated as separate types. The compiler now teaches int32 as a synonym for int. It means the compiler detects multiple definitions of functions overloaded with both int32 and int. Gives an error. Great. Following examples of C2084. Void func int, void func int, void func int. Oh, great. 3. Okay. Void func int, void func int. Great. Wait, what? Okay, right. Yeah. Okay. He's got a prototype, and then he's got the actual definition. So is what you're telling me actually that we can't do what it is that I set out to do because of what I set out to do, what the book is saying that we should do? This is physically incorrect. We cannot do this. They are one and the same, I suppose it's what it's trying to tell me. Whether you pass it a const value in, it's still going to be a char star, and it doesn't care. And that was the niche about converting from a const, or doing the type conversion from a regular to a const when bringing the thing into the program. I get it, right? So we can, if we get rid of this, if we comment this, do not like it's helpful, right? This is helpful, but it's not very helpful, is it? Let's be real. Yeah. That looks fun. CA. CC. Oh, hello. Argument of type const char star is incompatible with the parameter type char star. Right. So we would need how it's defined in the other like that. Right. Okay, so what we've got here is when you get a character pointer to a constant, right? A character. How do you phrase this using English, right? When you have this char star const, right? It's a low-level const. C doesn't really care about low-level consts. Although actually it doesn't want to convert them to a regular thing. You need a const pointer to a low level. You need a top level const pointer to a low level const. But you don't need a top level const pointer to a high level const. To a low level non-const, Jesus. But you can have a top level const to a low level non-const. If I put that away, we save that, and then we go back and we put in just able and cable. It should work fine. It should. The only difference is because they're const, something about can't edit values, but we're not even passing references anyway, so it doesn't really. There you go. And in fact, if we were to delete that, save it, go back to source, save it, play it, 1. So you see it has a type conversion precedence. So it's converting a non-const to a const for this one, so it prefers to use the regular one. If we used A or C, I think it would use the second one. Don't quote me on that. Oh no, it uses the top one. Okay, so what's A and C? Oh, they are just regular pointers to the string's original. So yeah, they're not const anyway. But if we use CA and CC, which are constant pointers to the regular strings, we get a 3 out. Isn't that nice? Isn't that beautiful? Can't even see that on the blown up screen. It's a 3. I'm so sorry. I wish the debug console would just come over like an inch on the screen so I didn't have to move it, because I always forget and it never happens. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. 6.7 pointers to functions. How long have we been streaming today? 48 minutes. We have to go on. I promise you an hour of C. I promise you an hour of C. And then I must go. Excuse me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm dying. Please. Please. Hi. Pointers to functions. A function pointer is that pointer that denotes a function rather than an object. Like any other pointer, a function points to a particular type. Function's type is determined by its return type, and its types of its parameters. Function's name is not part of its type. Okay. For example, bool, length compare, const string and, has the type of bool, const string and, to declare a pointer that can point at its function. We declare a pointer in place of the function name. PF points to a function returning a bool that takes two const string references. Bool star PF const string and const string and. Starting from the name we are declaring, we see that if PF is preceded by a star, so PF is a pointer to the right of the parameter list, which means that PF points to a function. Looking left, we find the type the function returns is a bool, thus PF points to a function that has two const string and parameters and returns a bool. Okay, cool. It's fine. Is that a Linus? Didn't make Linux. Welcome back. I don't get we'd have a function pointer, but I will continue. When we use the name of a function as a value, the function is automatically converted to a pointer. What? Ooh. Shock and outrage. Slamming doors. What's 1 divided by 7? I do I do 1 hour of C every Monday. I know. You're gonna say that's not enough. You're gonna say I should do more than that. I should do like C twice a week, or 4 times a week, or 8 times a week. And I realize that, but I don't have a proper excuse. I like to waste time. It's good for starts. Oh, okay. That's not that right. My friend said I should be like hammering it. He said if you've got time to spend learning programming, you should just be learning programming, buddy. You shouldn't do anything else. You should just look at that screen and make those variables, make them dance. And I'd probably be inclined to agree with him, but something about attention spans and something about brains. I'd like to learn as much as I can as fast as possible, but at the same time, if I go through it fast, I tend to not learn things. Like it goes into the short-term memory, then it disappears. Disappears pretty quick too. My short-term memory is pretty garbage, but it's really only to bolster like an understanding of Unreal. Like I don't intend. The 100 days programming challenge on Instagram is basically you code 1 hour a day for 100 days. No, I don't code an hour a day. I code an hour a week. Yeah, that's what. Coding an hour a day for 100 days. Damn, son. So I could devote 1 day and do 7 hours. Yeah, now he's judging me. Yeah, now he's judging me. Oh, that's way not enough. I don't even do coding. I'm just working through this book. I guess it's, I like to get my toes wet in code. I don't like to be submerged. Wait, what? When we use the name of a function as a value, the function is automatically converted. For example, we can assign the address of length compare to pf as follows: pf equals length compare, pf equals and length compare. Pf is a pointer. Equivalent assignment address of operator is optional. Oh, okay. I cannot believe, looking at my subscriber number, that I've had affiliate for a whole month now. Amazing. Bool 1 equals bool b1 equals pf hello goodbye calls length compare. Bool b2 equals star pf hello goodbye equivalent call. Bool b3 equals length compare hello goodbye. God damn it. So if I went to this program that I wrote and I type in something like smack with a C, smack equals wait, what? No, we didn't declare it. Wait, what? Okay, we have to declare it first, so string? Is it a string? No, it's an int. It's an int. Int smack star. Smack star or star smack? Star smack. God damn it. What does it take? What does it take? It takes a reference to a pointer to a const, something stupid. Char star, okay. Takes a pointer to a character. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, whoopsie. Da 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 da. Wham. We did it. I don't know why or what we did. I know what we did. We we made a pointer to a function, but why we did it, I don't really know. We can use a pointer to a function to call a function to which the pointer points. So we can do so that when we use a pointer to a function to call the function to which the pointer points, we can do so directly. There's no need to dereference the point. Okay, that's fine. So why bother? Why do I need a pointer to a function? Why can't I just use the function? My question. It's like, I feel like a lot of this is just overcomplicating stuff. Because when you define the pointer to the function, when you define that, is it a variable or what you'd want to call that? What is this? Whatever this is, when you define that, you have to write out basically the function prototype anyway, right? You need the return type and you need the input types. So you can't use this flexibly. It's not just a pointer to anything. It's a pointer to a function that returns an int and takes 2 char stars. And that to me is just like ridiculous. Why would you need that ever? Ooh. As usual, when we use an overloaded function, the context must make it clear which version is being used when we declare a pointer to an overload function. Oh, that's a very good question actually. I'll do it later. Don't worry. Don't even remind me. I'll do it the second I sign out. Someone is rumbling. So when you make a pointer to a function that's overloaded, you can only point to one of those functions, and you must be specific as to which. Oh my god! You must be specific as to which function you're pointing to. Just as with arrays, we cannot define parameters of function type, but we can have a parameter that is a pointer to function. I see the problem. Third parameter as a function type is automatically treated as a pointer to a function. Void use bigger const string and s1, const string and s2, bool pf const string and great. So you can use a pointer to a function in a function in a function's parameter list, an argument, I'm guessing, at the end. And that is cool, but how do you use the function inside the function? What? Wait, no, what? What does the function body of this function look like? If you pass it a function into its arguments, if you pass a pointer to a function into its arguments, you pass the function functionality as an argument. Does that mean you can call that function within the function? But you can do that anyway, right? Because the function definitions are separate from each other. Or can you not do that anyway? This sounds like it's gonna end up in a dangerous pit, which I do not want to end myself into. Okay, so you can use type aliases. So instead of typing this, we can type we don't need that. We don't need that line of code. I've done something wrong. I've done something wrong. What have I done wrong? 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 Cannot determine which instance of overloaded function calc is intended. Ah, right then. Yes. Okay, so we need. It said we had to be specific. We've got to be specific, I'm afraid. Okay, so it's not that. It's big slam. That. Apparently that doesn't work either. Hello. Expected a brackets. Why did it expected a brackets? Eh? Why calculated it expected a brackets. There's cannot wait. Function style cast cannot convert from an initializer list to SMAC. The initializer contains too many elements. What? Maybe if we just put some letters in there, it'll calm down. It didn't calm down. Okay, never mind. Initializer contains too many elements. Saily boy, 761. It doesn't though, does it? Look. If we just take a look. If we just take a look. Why you not work? I want you to work. Please. It's because I'm doing it wrong. But no, I'm not doing it wrong. No, because this works fine. Okay, that's not something we can do. I don't know how that got there. Cast to type SMAC is not allowed. I don't know what I've done wrong. So with that, I think maybe expected. C, C++, C Sharp, and other programming languages identify as name that's assigned by a user for program elements such as variable type, template, class, function, or namespace, usually limited to letters, digits, and underscores. I like how it didn't even bring me to the fucking the Microsoft help page, the IBM help page or whatever. It's just like you get a Google search. In fact, it wasn't even a Google search; it was a Bing search. Anyway, I think I know what's going wrong here, but I'm not HP. I've ground my gears to a halt, and we've gone over our hour time limit, so my brain is literally leaking out of my head. So if you came to watch the live video, thanks for coming to watch the live video. If you came to watch the video on demand, thanks for coming to watch the video on demand. And as always, I will see you in the next episode